Happy opening day, and thanks for spending part of your Saturday with us. With John Eads, I'm Cameron Ezeir. Syracuse a season ago, atypical of 4-10 year, and this is going to be a shootout against a Vermont team that won a conference championship last season. Welcome courtside in the JMA Dome with Michael Gross. I'm Cameron Ezeir. Syracuse 7-2, Wagner 4-4. To focus on SU a little bit, this is the final tune-up game before ACC play, so this contest all the more important to ensure momentum for the Cuse. Welcome to Coyne Stadium with former Syracuse All-American Tracy Parker. I'm Cameron Ezeir. Tracy, this game really writes itself. Syracuse, one of the top offenses in the country, while Louisville arguably has the best defense in the nation. Welcome courtside and welcome back to collegiate tennis with Jared Johnston. I'm Cameron Ezeir. Syracuse and NJIT, you might not think those two teams match up that often, but they actually played 2 months ago in an invitational. 7 seconds separate game and shot clock. Balsamo, the freshman wins it! Duke, its first ever victory in the Dome, 14-13 the final. Casares Mayer, deep shot to center, it's back at the wall, it's out of here! Nelly Casares Mayer gives Syracuse the lead in the 6th. It's 3-1 Cuse over North Carolina. One swing of the bat, and SU is on top. Harris-Chuck with it, one shy of the record. Looking for history, Emily Harris-Chuck, low to low, she scores! There's a new goal-scoring queen of the Salt City, and the crown rests on Emily Harris-Chuck's head. Welts, a redshirt freshman, crosses over coast to coast and sent to the ground. Dariana Lewis knows how to stuff the stat sheet. 15 points, 9 rebounds, and how about block number 3? An emphatic blow. The stop, Comans to her backhand. DeVries, the strike and the score! Charlotte DeVries, her second of the day, and team leading 8th of the season. 3-0 Syracuse. Finn Thompson, the freshman, BTB pass, the bouncer is true! And that's Syracuse lacrosse at its finest. Alex Simmons, his first goal in orange. Unprecedented, unimaginable. Syracuse downs Miami, and they are 9-0 to start the season.
I want to see more from Andrew McAdory. He scored a goal on an off-ball situation, catch and shoot in transition. Haven't seen him dodge a whole lot and create offense that way so far. Shocking to say, because in 4 out of the 5 games this season, he has 4 more points. That's number 2. This is number 0, Charles Balsamo. Also inefficient McAdory. 1 goal on 5 shots. Turns around on the long pull, a great defense by Alexo. O'Neal fakes it, looking for a hat trick. Will Marks stonewalls him. Shot looked telegraphed from Brennan O'Neal, went high to low in the near post. Well, if you're a defender, you got to telegraph that move, the little hitch, stop and go. He does that every time he touches the ball with his left hand. He wants to get it and keep it in that left and then get some space for a shot. Syracuse, 2 players with a hat trick. Duke, the only player with more than 1 goal, is Brennan O'Neal. 5 different goal scorers. Denenza putting the body work into his defender. Good slide. And it forces a possible turnover. McAdory tracks it down. It checks by Kakemo. He's trapped. Now Ledman free. 15 to shoot. He wants it. Low to high. I want to talk about a flamethrower. That had some heat behind it. Duke within 3. Wow. How about the composure of Andrew McAdory? Bottled up in the corner, nowhere to go, finds Garrett Ledman. He runs in, Duke with some numbers in that situation. Low to high steamer over the left shoulder of Mark, while taking the contact as well from Landon Clary. Tell you something about Ledman, he's a smart guy too. Checked his LinkedIn and guess what he posted as of January of 2023. He is an incoming blockchain and digital assets analyst. What is that? I don't know, but he has some heat behind his shot.
Someone wants to figure out what that is. I mean, feel free.
It sounds like cryptocurrency.
Turnover on Duke.
What we do know is he could score goals on the lacrosse field.
Right, he has 2 today.
Bad turnover there, though, as well. O'Neal just setting up shop, trying to set up the 6-on-6. Didn't catch the pass.
And Duke's coach Danowski is willing to have Jake Naso run in transition after winning a face-off. Shocking to think Naso and O'Neal, they've played a lot together. Played back in high school, played on the club team, but just couldn't hook up there.
Pass was off the head of the stick as well, and that happens sometimes. You don't see it all the way through.
Good give and go. Trying to go low, it's stopped in the crease. Looks like Burt Whistle. Turned around, missed low.
It's a good save. Seen Burt Whistle do a lot of that. Catch with the left, switch to the right. This time William Helm with the stop.
Duke full head of steam. O'Neal. Good roll dodge, but Syracuse switches in great fashion. You put Kakemo on him, then switch him with Landon Clary. Just seems like Syracuse more succinct defensively. Oh, another one! Is the counter up to 10? It's definitely in double figures.
And friends still texting.
Owen Caputo joins the pipe party.
That's what it's been.
And if those go in, Duke's up 17-10.
Yeah, I mean, even give them like 4 of them. They've got the lead.
McAdory, time for that question mark dodge. Throws it to X, Schelling. One-on-one with Murphy, on a shorty.
Gotta say, Sam Alexo's done a great job on McAdory today. In his first game at close defense, it's much different than playing LSM. It's different angles.
Big shot by Mark, but wide open net. Oh, O'Neal missed it. And Syracuse possession. That might be the best player in college lacrosse, and Brennan O'Neal simply just missed the net.
So I heard Paul Carcaterra talk about this last week on the broadcast, how Mark escapes the cage to go help. He doesn't like that. It left the goal wide open. That's what you want if you're Duke and Brennan O'Neal. The ball found its way to him, and the guy that entered this weekend leading the nation in points just missed the net completely. Maybe he was aiming for that post.
Right. Or tried to avoid it too much.
Right. Mental thing.
He had his 23rd career hat trick right in his face.
And let's not forget about Carter Rice winning the race to that sideline as well to win the possession.
Leo's been quiet, the freshman wearing 7. Hiltz loses it. A double on the goalie Helm. Duke wants to move. Gray. It's O'Neal. That one goes in. So you're telling me Brennan O'Neal missed a wide open net. Maybe he prefers the goalie right in front. Hat trick number 23 on his illustrious career.
Maybe that's easier for him. It's in rhythm, catch, dodge, score. I think Brennan O'Neal's getting frustrated, and you saw him take out that frustration on that play right there.
Brennan O'Neal scores his first hat trick for Duke, and the Blue Devils within 2. O'Neal, number 23 in just 39 games, but the Cuse still up 2. After a dicey first quarter for Syracuse at home, the second quarter proves to be much better. 51-45, the lead for Syracuse over Coppin State, an Eagles team that hasn't fared well with the Orange over the last couple meetings. Right now, they're holding tough. This is the ACC Network Halftime Report. That's Carl Winter. I'm Cameron Ezeir here in our Newhouse studios. How about Coppin State trying to post that upset bid? A team back in 2016 that lost by 40 to the Orange, but they're holding their own right now. And you were a goalie at Colgate from 2016 to 2020, so that praise, well, I think she can hear it. Maybe she's hearing it from the locker room. I know that she appreciates it because from one goalie to another, it's pretty good. I know she appreciates that. But this is a Syracuse team that can't get all too comfortable. We can because we're on the couches, but the upcoming schedule, it's not forgiving. Syracuse needs a third scorer. Last year, Cole Swider, Jimmy Boeheim, Buddy Boeheim, JG3, you had a wealth of riches. But this year, it's who do you turn to? And there's a reason that Syracuse lost 1-0. It's because of Leo Afonso, the starting forward for Virginia. Leo, what a game you had. First off, we have to talk about that goal. 4 goals in your first 6 games, but no goals in the last 2. You finally get on the score sheet today. What did that feel like?
It felt amazing.
Now, Deja, before we let you go, Elena Rice, she donned the hard hat after that win over Yale. Are you expecting to get that when you go in the locker room?
Maybe.
Well, we're not going to hold you any longer. Deja Fair, thanks so much. 27 points in a win. Deja, really appreciate it. You can also please Syracuse fans as well. 6 minutes into that second half, every fan was still standing and clapping, as is customary before Syracuse makes its first bucket. 6 minutes in, Syracuse without a bucket. Samir Torrance, he is the unlikely candidate to hit that 3. He does. He shows the 3 to the fans, and they all sit down. So the Syracuse native, he's showing out for the fans as well. And Sydney, other than that, it's been a pretty even game. Both teams with 5 shots. It's worth noting that Syracuse, 5 of those shots, 3 on corners. They had a few chances outside the 18th, but couldn't capitalize. Which is shocking because Coppin State averages about 54 points per game. They have 45 at the end of the first half, still got 2 quarters to play. Carl, 2 players that have gotten it done for both teams. Mozzie Staples for Coppin State, Deja Fair for Syracuse. No surprise that Fair is the name for SU, but for Coppin State, it's not Jewel Watkins who just dropped 35. Mozzie Staples, she's been a staple. We'll see what comes to fruition. Syracuse done with exhibition play. He's John Eads. I'm Cameron Ezeir. Big shout out to our producer Gabe Carr-Johnson for all his work behind the scenes. A lot of thank yous to hand out. For Michael Gross, I'm Cameron Ezeir. Our director Laura, our producer Kristen, of course, everyone behind the scenes. For our producer Kristen Hennessy and our statistician Ian Nicholas, he's John Eads. I'm Cameron Ezeir saying so long. Pump those fists, Orange fans. You're 1-0 in the early going.